To all Black women of America, I want to express my heartfelt apology for the role that many white Americans, including white women, played in electing Donald Trump. I recognize the pain and frustration that this has caused in Black communities and the ways this outcome has undermined the rights, the safety, and the dignity of so many, especially Black women. I understand that Black women have long fought for justice and equity, not just for themselves, but for all marginalized communities. And your commitment to truth, resilience, and progress is truly inspiring. As a white person, I'm aware that part of my responsibility is to listen, learn, and actively challenge systems that harm and marginalize. And it's clear that actions speak louder than words. I'm still committed to doing the work necessary to help build a future where all voices are heard and respected. Thank you for your continued strength and leadership. I'm committed to being an ally and creating positive, lasting changes so that we can all live equally in this country. To all of the white women who let everyone else down, check back with me in 4 years. I'm sorry for your daughters. I'm sorry for your sisters that you made a choice to vote a convicted criminal into the presidency. You complain about crime committed by people who came to this country to seek a new life, but you weren't worried about putting a criminal in office again. You must be aware that he's about to use his power to save himself and to save every insurrectionist who was sentenced as a result of the insurrection. You are truly about to see what misuse of power looks like.
Hello folks, now I hope you're doing well wherever you are. This is your presenter Turein Shadrach, and it's somehow funny that right now things are now out of control, and we are seeing these whites coming out saying sorry, and the things are so tough on their side. And so I want us to get into the video and watch it and come back and have a conversation. But if this is your first time in this channel, we urge you to support us by simply subscribing and give us a like, share our content. Let's get into it.
I grew up in a white supremacy household and community, and when I say that, most of the people who grew up around me or who know me personally will say, that's not true. I'm not racist. I have Black friends. I like Black people. But the problem is they don't understand the racism. Just because we have Black friends or you employ Black people, as Donald Trump used to say, doesn't exempt you from being racist. Some of the things that I was conditioned to believe growing up were things like this. There are two types of Black people, the good ones and then those kind. But what makes it so bad is they don't end it there. In order to justify saying this, they always follow it up with, well, there's two types of white people too, the trashy kind and then the people who keep themselves together. And they do this to consciously make themselves believe that they are not being prejudiced or discriminatory. And the same thing with immigration. I don't have a problem with Hispanic people or Latino people. They just need to come here the right way. But these same exact people are crickets when people who are here legally are being targeted and having their legal protection status taken from them. Or when immigrants are being kidnapped and deported and sold to an El Salvadoran prison without due process. It's not a peep. The other thing that I've learned growing up in a predominantly white community is that we love to demonize and vilify certain demographics of people in subtle and insidious ways. We create terms like black on black crime, or the new one that Trump created, migrant crime. And they do this to try to clear their conscience because in their heart of hearts, they want to believe that they're well-intentioned and good people. A person wants to believe themselves to be xenophobic or racist, but subconsciously they say and do things that are just that. They love to equate black people and with immigrants with criminality. Look at what's going on with the two Texas teenagers right now with Carmelo Anthony. The people who are targeting him are the same exact people who automatically equate black people with criminality, equate black people with violence and aggression. These same people will defend the people like Kyle Rittenhouse or Daniel Penny who unalived Jordan Neely on the subway. They'll say that for them it was self-defense because in their mind, they don't think that they're inherently evil or aggressive or violent. This is why I'm so passionate about the work that I do, because it's not enough to be not racist. We must learn the work of anti-racism.
This is my encouragement to all the white people that showed up to protest. Y'all understand that we can show up to demand that Kilmar Garcia be brought back. We can show up in those types of numbers to demand that the cops stop killing black men, women, and children. We can show up in those type of numbers to demand that the fucking genocide in Palestine be stopped, that we stop paying for that shit. We can show up in those type of numbers to demand that the Alien Enemies Act is fucking insane and was used to create Japanese internment camps in this country. Now there's no excuse. You can show up. Maybe it's when your 401k or fucking retirement, or your Social Security or Medicare and Medicaid are affected. But you can't hide now. Like you can come out. You can do this. You just proved it. So, my encouragement, my push for other white people is to show up in fucking numbers like this about shit that truly matters when it comes to the lives of black, indigenous, people of color, immigrant families. There's no more excuses. You proved it. You showed you can show up in the millions. So if we want Kilmar Garcia back, which we do, if we want the other immigrants that we're taking illegally back, we want them back. We have the power to show up in millions and say, give them back to us. Get them back here. Or we're going to cause a fucking problem. You showed up. So you have the capacity, you have the understanding, you have the organization capabilities to fucking do it. But that would require sacrifice, right? Because cops don't respond. They respond very differently to a bunch of fucking white people showing up being bitchy and fucking mad about their 401k, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, as opposed to how they're going to show up if we come out to the streets and say, give us what we want, which includes activating our humanity and standing up against the fucking crazy evil orders they have going on right now. If we come out in mass as white people against ICE, against fucking police brutality, the cops are going to show up differently. Are you ready for that? Do you want that? Because like I said, right, you can't hide that shit anymore. You have the capacity. You just showed everyone. Millions of white people showed up. So if you can organize for that shit, if you can organize for the shit that affects you as a white person, why the fuck can't we do it in a way that demands everyone else's humanity be seen as well? We're nobody's fucking savior, but we can stand in our humanity and for the collective humanity and demand that our government and our fucking president or whatever fall in fucking place and stop carrying out such heinous fucking bullshit. White supremacy is narcissistic. Donald Trump is a narcissist. It has fueled the fire of the narcissism that comes along with white supremacy. That's why so many people constantly find themselves in positions of trying to argue with Trump supporters, and they constantly move the goalposts. They will never be wrong. They will never fucking admit when they are. They will double down on their shit. It's been 10 years. A narcissist operates in a way that creates their own reality, right? Again, white supremacy operates this way too. And so when they are combined, it is extremely powerful, violent, and dangerous. Because these people, so many Trump supporters white Trump supporters convince themselves that they are truly good people when they can sit by and vote in support of a man that has the richest fucking person in the world doing a Nazi salute at the presidential inauguration. They'll think they're a good person and support a president that ran his entire fucking presidential race on the irrational fear of immigrant families. They think they are a good person regardless of how much violence comes out of this administration. They think they're good people regardless of how many students or families are destroyed by ICE. You remember back in fucking Charlottesville when Trump said there were good people on both sides and he was talking about Nazis? You remember Trump with the Central Park Five, these young black teenagers, children. He called for the death penalty for them on a case where they were all innocent, and he's never taking accountability for it. Narcissists do not take accountability. They will never be wrong in their own mind, and you see that reflected in white Trump supporters. You see that a lot of times in white people in general, but Trump has really helped lay the guidelines of violent white supremacy. He is an outcome of centuries of this shit built up. You can't talk white Trump supporters out of not wanting to be violent. And it doesn't matter how much you push for them to like grasp onto empathy, they don't give a fuck. They will dig their heels deeper and deeper and deeper, and they will move the goalposts over and over and over, and it is far beyond the place of being logical. It has been for 10 fucking years. They won't budge. They won't move. They don't care about anyone outside of themselves. Trump promised them open, overt, violent white supremacy. 3 out of 5 white men wanted that. 1 out of 2 white women wanted that. They knew what they were getting. Every fucking year he ran. First presidency, it doesn't matter. He fucked up COVID. Like, the list is so long. They don't give a shit. He promised to protect their whiteness. And that shit is backfiring like a motherfucker. Because white supremacy doesn't work out for us as white people either. And even then, because I know a lot of white people are sitting here and like, oh my God, what is the breaking point? When are they going to stop? They won't. And they don't. Even when the crosshairs are on them. This shit runs deep. It's very deeply rooted. Because if they have to give up their MAGA identity, their entire fucking world will fall the fuck apart.
If you're a white person on the right side of history, I need you to hear me out for a second. Collectively, we need to start treating red hats, MAGA, like racist people treat black people. You may already know how to do this, but if you don't, here's some pointers. If you're a woman and you're walking down the street and someone wearing a MAGA hat is walking toward you, I need you to clutch your purse and I need you to cross the street. If you get sat in a restaurant next to a MAGA person or near a MAGA person, I need you to request a new table. Bonus points if you tell the hostess or host why you want to be seated elsewhere. Triple bonus points if you make it known that you will wait for another table. If you work in retail and you see a red hat in the store, follow them around. If you're a receipt checker at like Walmart or Costco, take extra time to review their receipts. Count their items. Make it inconvenient. If you roll up to a red light and you look out your window and you are next to a MAGA person, make eye contact and then roll up your window. If you see a MAGA woman with multiple children out somewhere, strike up a conversation and then ask if all the kids have the same dad. If you see a person in a red hat walking around your neighborhood, figure out a way to report a suspicious person, whether that's calling the cops or just making a comment on your Ring app or updating your local neighborhood Facebook group. If you're on any form of public transportation and you see one of these people sitting and there's an open seat next to them, choose to stand. And if they offer you the seat, say, "No, I'm good. Please note that I did not say thank you." If you're forced to engage with them, ask them where they're from. And when they tell you that they're from Ohio or West Virginia or something like that, say, "No, but like where are you really from?" And that's just a start. If you have some more, leave it in the comments.
Hello guys, now welcome back again. I hope you had a moment of internalizing. And these people, they are so unhappy with whatever that is going on right now. Yet they're the ones who have made America to be at this state right now. And so the black did vote 80 out of 100%. 80% voted for the other party, and this was a clear indication that they never wanted whatever that people are going through right now. And so let them sip the cup, let them swallow their pride and face the reality. All this time the blacks kept on telling them that they're doing the wrong thing, that they are heading towards the bad side, yet they did listen. I don't know this say right now the way they are saying that they are sorry. They are telling blacks that they are sorry for whatever that is happening. It's out of guilt, or is it genuine? I'm totally not sure about that. But one thing that I can say, blacks tried their best. So let you sit down, watch them, and this is what blacks are saying, that we are going to face it together and we are going to watch you cry. All this time, this is what the blacks were facing, the hardships. And so it's not a new thing to them. That's why they are looking at them and saying, "Yo man, brace yourselves." I don't know I don't know what are your views concerning this particular video, but can we have a conversation? Can we continue having a conversation in the comment section? This marks the end of this video, this session. And if this is your first time in this channel, keep on subscribing, keep on liking, keep on sharing our content. And also remember one thing, that we are strong together as black people, as people of color. Let's keep on supporting each other. Let's keep on lifting each other up. This is the least that we can do for each other. Goodbye.